role to his daughter Miley. Now they both star in the hit TV show Hannah Montana and the recent movie by the same name. This new CD, Back to Tennessee. Went to the latest single is Good Day.
Good Day.
And you've been playing it. You've been at all 8 Freedom concerts that we're doing. And you're an amazing performer.
Well, thank you very much for saying that.
It's really been an honor to meet you. And,
it's been an honor to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
And the fans out there have just been incredible. And again, it's all about the veterans. You see those kids coming up and receiving a scholarship that may have lost their mom or dad in sacrifice for this great country. And it all makes sense as to why we're there. To say thank you to the veterans. It's what made this country great, and their service and dedication needs to be recognized.
I've gotten to know you. I mean, you're a huge movie star. I mean, you're on the biggest TV show on Disney. And by the way, my daughter thinks you're a much cooler dad than I am.
I don't believe that for a second.
Well, she said, he's pretty cool, Dad. But honestly, and you've always had a love of music, and you brought the music into your movie making and everything you do. But I've also gotten to know you. I mean, you are a quiet person. You're a faithful person. You love the country. You admire the troops. You have really strong feelings about things.
That's been part of this incredible journey and doing these shows with you this summer. And I have to say, this past week, standing on stage with Oliver North and seeing him sing "Some Gave All" and holding that daddy in one arm and the mother in the other, and just the emotion of the fans in the audience, and you realized at that moment that I looked into his eyes as we were singing, and I knew then I am looking straight down the barrel of one of America's greatest heroes. And
he didn't get those Purple Hearts for nothing.
It was an awesome feeling looking into his eyes, and I'll never forget Jackson, New Jersey at Six Flags.
This was one of the most incredible nights I've ever had in my life. Now, Billy Ray, folks, let me just explain this to you. He's out there, and by the way, he tears it up. I mean, he's having fun. You get the crowd going. You're having a good time. Achy Breaky Heart is one of the most fun songs anyone's ever done.
Fun?
It's a fun song.
You come out there jumping around and singing. And
my favorite song that you do is the last song you do in your set, which is "Some Gave All," which is about the troops. And why don't you tell us a little bit about this? Because I think it tells a lot about you and your life and your background.
In 1989, I was playing a little club up in Huntington, West Virginia. I played there 5 nights a week, 4 sets a night, Wednesday through Sunday.
Wow.
And Sunday night was called our slow night. And it was blowout on Saturday night, and Sunday was usually pretty laid back. And on this one given Sunday, I saw a stranger. I knew everyone. I'd been playing there for years, and I knew everyone that visited the Ragtime Lounge, and I knew that night I saw a stranger at the bar. So in between the 3rd and 4th set, I came up to him and said, "Hey, sir, you're new in town," and introduced himself. And I said, "You got any songs you want to hear?" And he said, "I'd like to hear some Creedence Clearwater, some Leonard Skinner, and some Bob Seger."
Mm-hmm.
And something came over me at that moment. I said, "You're a Vietnam veteran, aren't you, sir?" And he said, "Yeah, my name's Sandy Kane." And I shook his hand, and a bit similar to what I saw in Mr. North's eyes the other night. It was there was a sacrifice. You could see it in his eyes, and we just started talking, and he started telling me about being in Vietnam, and he was a paratrooper, and he said all gave some and some gave all.
It's an amazing, for those that haven't been to the concert, I mean, you bring up some of these military men on stage, and it just brings it home. I've really come to admire you as a person as I've gotten to know you on this tour this summer. And, I'm watching your movie career and your music career. I loved Hannah Montana, the movie.
Oh, thank you.
It had a great message. First of all, your daughter, I can't believe how incredibly gifted she is. You have another daughter that plays with you on stage.
Yeah.
And I never met Miley, but I see her every day because my kids watch it every day. And she's so gifted and so talented. And you've got your young daughter who I met, and she's a little bit getting into business. She's making a name for herself. I got her first autograph. How hard is it when you're the dad, and it's like, no matter how hard you try, there's a group of people that want to tear you down, tear your family down. It's really annoyed me that the attacks against you and your family.
It goes back to your faith and your core beliefs about who you are and why you do what you do. My family loves making music. we love acting. It's a moment of taking human emotion and making it real, and hopefully making that translate to other people. We love to do that. That's our art.
But you've also told me that you made a conscious decision that you want your message to be good. Mm-hmm. And it's clear in Miley's music, the same thing. I mean, the song that she wrote to your dad,
the song, The Clown is a wonderful example.
The song you sing in the movie.
Back to Tennessee.
Back to Tennessee.
And Back to Tennessee in particular is a song based around what my dad said. Always be aware of where you're at, always be looking forward to the future and know where you want to go, but most importantly, never forget where you come from. Mm-hmm. And I honestly believe that Miley, Trace, my family, we all realize that, we're from Middle Tennessee. We love America. We love our God. We're thankful. Johnny Cash wrote me a letter. My kids grew up reading this letter in the hallway that Johnny Cash hand wrote me in 1992. And Johnny ended his letter with, always give thanks to Almighty God, for whom all things that are good come from. I think that my family keeps that in their mind and in their heart as they go through this journey. Now, trust me, when these things happen and there's personal attacks and stuff, it hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts just like everything else,
Yeah.
And for every action, there is an opposite and equal reaction. And for everything that is good, there has to be something bad. That's the laws of life. But most of all, we love what we're doing. We love, the fact that we can represent the light in a world of darkness. And we just pray for the strength and pray that God will give us the vision and the wisdom to do what we were put on this earth to do.
I got to tell you, it's been wonderful to get to know you. My kids are your fan and Miley's biggest fans, and Billy Ray, thank you, man. I appreciate it, and it's a great album. By the way, also you're giving away, you're doing this thing with Hellman's mayonnaise. Congrats.
That's great.
Make a sandwich. I have mine. I'm gonna put up there.
And we're going to feed a lot of hungry people.
Good for you.
We're going to feed a lot of hungry people.
All right, and Hellman's is my favorite mayonnaise.
Isn't it good?
It's great. I like it.
It's delicious.